Hi everyone, I'm Luca Mangiacotti, and with my team at Shell on Back, we've developed PromptOps. It lets you seamlessly work with AI coding agents via the CLI in a highly organized and truly high-performance way. Some of you asked for an explanation of how we typically use PromptOps in our daily work. I'll walk you through a quick practical example of how we leverage terminals to effectively manage and work with multiple sub-agents, all within the same context shared seamlessly across different providers. To get started, let's go ahead and see exactly how to create a new session. First, I'll navigate over to Cloud Code, where I'll select my specific project and then choose the desired folder for our work. Let's just call it PO test for the time being. And with that set, we can proceed to officially create the session. Once the project is created, the Cloud Code panel appears, featuring a terminal where I type commands to build both the backend and the front end. Next, I move over to the right side of the screen, where I attempt to spawn a new subagent for the task. I'm asking it to create a small backend with a login system and then simply return a list to me. I'm selecting Opus as the provider since it's the model I prefer to use for this task. I am happy to report that my agent is now ready. I'm going to type another one right away to connect the front end to it. I see that both of them are working. By creating a new folder, I can establish a much more organized and manageable environment for my work. I'll call this one Client Alpha and immediately create another one, defining it as Client Beta. These here represent the clients I'm working on. I'll go ahead and move the PO test over to the Alpha environment, then I'll get right back to work. Now I'm asking to start the backend with a Docker. And then I asked to open the front end as well. As you can see, it opened it for me. I logged in. Now the application is very simple. In the meantime, I'll go back to asking my agents for more work to do. In this case, I'm asking you to create a detailed page for each item in the list we just saw, and then make sure to make each one fully clickable for the user. Now I want to add a new feature, which is adding an item to favorites. And to get started, as you can see, I'm going to spin up another subagent to handle this task. I have the ability to decide the specific mode in which the subagents are spawned. In this case, I've chosen the paranoid mode, which is the one that allows me to be more calm and more serene about what I'm doing. I work in a safer way with reduced risk. I can work and switch also to the code editor mode, which is essentially a sort of, VS Code environment to be able to thoroughly analyze my code. I can modify and make the view of my subagents full screen, change the mode, and be able to bench or hide some agents that I don't really need at this specific moment. Now, I want to insert a Git repository inside the project since we haven't actually done that yet, and it's important for our version control. While our agents are busy working in the background, I can go ahead and create a new session, calling it, for example, PO test 2. Then I can define it and insert it inside maybe the other client, the one we created previously, which is the beta client. We insert it there and we have another session available to work on simultaneously. And as you can see, the switch is very fast between the various projects. Meanwhile, our subagent has successfully finished its task, and now we can move on to explore the Git history section. Here we have the full capability to stage our changes, generate a new commit, finalize that commit, and also take a moment to analyze the Git diff to see exactly what has been modified. As you have just seen, in less than 5 minutes, we have successfully started a project from scratch with 7 or 8 agents working in parallel, all fully organized and operating with a shared context. This is PromptOps.